Hello and welcome to Sproink presents Random Team Game. I'm Nuff and once more I am joined by Iggy.
Hello!
Hello! And today's match is between Supremacy International and DreamTeamDota.
10 seconds remaining.
Yes it is. Let's see what we've got in the banning stage.
5 seconds remaining.
I always do find it slightly weirded out when people take so long for the first ban. I mean, it's possible they're still discussing their tactics at the moment, and they may have played against DreamTeamDota before, but
It took us bloody ages to pick our first one.
that's because we couldn't work out how it works.
So we don't know what we're doing.
Who's banning?
But yeah, they're taking a very, very long time here. So they've obviously got some...
Disagreement between what they want.
or absolutely no idea what they're doing. Maybe they're discussing banging in a pudge. But no, it's a tree and it comes out first ban.
Radiant team ban.
Trina is still a fantastic hero, but seeing him as a first ban anymore,
Team
kind of.
ban.
I don't know. I don't think he's quite first ban anymore.
No, he's not insta first pick anymore. But
Yeah.
he's still a really good hero.
Radiant team ban.
He's still got global heal for Christ's sake, so
I know.
he cannot be sniffed at. Lifesteal also being banned out by the books banning Batrider and Wisp. So yeah, it's Alchemist first pick.
First pick. Now you normally see Alchemist left till third or fourth, and that's purely because there is a lot of counters for Alchemist. There's a lot of ways you can get him to just stun himself by simply stunning quicker, or with a Shadow Demon Disruption, or an OD Astral Imprisonment, for example.
Yep, there's lots of disables out there, but you can't ban out every disable anyway. So
That's true.
what they will, it's quite possible they might be looking at something like
10
a
seconds
dual core
remaining.
team, maybe even triple core team with like an Alchemist, a Lifesteal, not Lifesteal,
5
sorry,
seconds remaining.
a Gyrocopter or something else,
Yeah.
Reserve time.
and look towards the late game, or possibly early push with Alchemist as well, because obviously he's got the acid spray.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, Alchemist is effective at pretty much all levels in the end. They could even go gank heavy with an Alchemist out there.
And that's why he's a tier 1 pick.
Indeed.
Vengeful
Ben?
Spirit being picked up. Now, you only tend to see Vengeful Spirit picked up if they're going to go for an Aura team.
Indeed.
So we might see a Drow Ranger as a possibility.
Possibly a Luna as well.
You might see both if they're going to be really, really greedy.
I think actually just a Luna would make more sense than the Luna and the Drow.
But you can always Drow mid, but there's many ways to shut it down. So
Indeed, Luna's a lot more flexible on a
10
tri lane,
seconds
so
remaining.
and she does have some pretty hefty nukage going
5
on.
seconds remaining.
indeed. As well as fantastic push with the glaives.
And a Beastmaster pick.
Dire
Now,
team pick.
Beastmaster we've seen being picked up for mid or off lane. It's
That's
hard to say where he's going to be right now.
It's another Aura hero as well.
Yeah, and another Aura hero, so yeah, we should have mentioned that. Or I should have picked it up a bit earlier. But yeah, definitely going for the Aura team. So a Luna is a very, very
Strong
possible
pickup
pick.
now.
It would be my next ban if I was thinking with Supremacy right now. But they have picked up a Shadow Demon as well, which is going to help the gank potential of Alchemist when on the tri lane.
Indeed.
And there goes the Luna.
Radiant team ban.
Really good ban. It might have been better for them to have picked up Luna second.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
And then, because I don't know if they would risk banning Beastmaster.
you see the issue with picking up the Luna second.
10 seconds remaining.
It was obvious from these two picks they were going
Yeah,
for Aura
Dire
strike.
team ban.
Through that.
So and Luna is one of the only carries with auras. So they do have Drow Ranger if they want to.
I don't know, I'm not really expecting
Radiant
to
team
see
ban.
the Drow come up. I mean, you see Luna occasionally, but I just don't think Drow brings that much in with a team. Although she can harass fantastically on lane, because of course she has an orb spam, so...
Yeah, she's a bit like some of the mid heroes in that she either
Radiant team
snowballs
pick.
or she becomes very useless.
Yeah.
The best you can do with her if she's become a bit crap is, Mask of Madness and go for pushing with her. But
One other thing with Drow is that she suffers from very, very poor damage up until she gets to that level 6. You really have to kind of time when you plan on doing anything with the team until after that.
you can completely screw her over with a Blink Dagger.
Indeed.
Oh, there goes 80
10
of your
seconds
agility instantly.
Indeed. I think one thing which we might see here
5
is the
seconds
Beastmaster sat on the offlane, and maybe something like a Templar Assassin in mid. Because I mean, Templar Assassin benefits from auras
Reserve time.
hugely. So
Yeah, it could be a good pickup for them. Hopefully they've got that in their little book of
things to do today.
Potential picks. We're talking about the bans they've had so far. Lone Druid has been banned out, so has Silencer and Nyx Assassin.
I suppose the Nyx ban kind of makes sense, but with an Alchemist, Shadow Demon, and a Nyx lane, I mean, you've got an awful lot of gank there, but there's not actively that much lane presence. I mean, it's very possible if you went for just even 2 range supports and maybe even a range carry from DreamTeamDota, you could, if they would have picked up the Luna. Ooh.
Dire
Okay.
team pick.
Now, Venomancer doesn't have, of course, any auras. Ooh, OD being picked up
Radiant
as well.
team
That'll
pick.
be nice for them. So yeah, they're going for more cores. It's going to be a pretty tough team, this Supremacy. Dream Team might have to take it really early. Unfortunately, aura strats tend to work more towards late game, so
Indeed.
it might be difficult for them. Venomancer...
That said, you've got an awful lot of push there with the Venomancer and the Beastmaster. And I mean, even the Vengeful Spirit casting a Wave of Terror, so...
Yeah, it'll be. They've got a lot of early push, at least.
Indeed.
And Venomancer, if he's getting any of the extra auras, is going to be doing quite a lot of damage, because his
base
acid
damage is filthy.
Yeah, and that dot is nasty.
Reserve
All his
time.
dots are nasty, so...
And
Problem with
all
him,
he is dot.
problem with him is super squishy.
Yeah. But that said, I mean, you can call that out for a lot of heroes. I mean, Shadow Demon, also incredibly squishy, so not a very surprising thing to see from a support on a tri lane than being...
It's true, they are squishy, but like our Javera is also pretty squishy, but they both have ways of protecting themselves. You've got Aspen Imprisonment and you've got Disruption. Venomancer hasn't got shit.
That said, you sometimes find it pretty hard to get close to him when you're slowed by 8,000,000%.
Yeah, but that's a hell of a lot of his mana gone. And if he hasn't saved it up for a defensive Gale and a Windrunner. Ooh,
Dire
okay,
team pick.
so this is gonna. She can push pretty hard as well. Power shot, of course,
Indeed.
wiping Wave out quite easily, and then ultimate.
One other thing to note is that the Vengeance Aura will boost through Focus Fire, so as will the Inner Beast. So yeah, I don't think Inner Beast will, purely because you get
Maximum.
pretty
attack
much
speed.
maximum attack speed. So
No, it's going to benefit. What we see here is the possibility of having
10
3
seconds
heroes
remaining.
that can, if they get to a good start, go off into a semi-carry role with Vengeful Spirit,
5
Venomancer, and
seconds
Windrunner all
remaining.
being able to do that. But they still need to pick up another carry. I mean,
Reserve time.
what are we going to be looking at right now for a carry here?
it's going to be an early carry. I'd like to see them pick up a Gyrocopter actually, because I mean they've got a lot more push on the Gyrocopter. They can still afford to take it early with them. So
Yep, Gyro's gone. It would be a good pick. I'm not feeling it for some reason. I'm not feeling it.
I don't know. It's a very, very tough pick. I mean, we're already seeing a Beastmaster head up mid against an OD, with the Windrunner obviously being picked up for the off lane. So it's even possible, I suppose, they could put Venomancer on the off lane and then put Windrunner on a try.
Radiant
Lena's going
team
to team up
ban.
with Shadow Demon. That's good. Also,
Very
counter push,
nasty.
which is a nice pick.
Indeed. It's a very nasty combination to have the Disruption followed by the Light Strike Array. Makes landing a stun so easy.
And Darkseer banned.
Radiant team pick.
So yeah, banning the last offlaner that you could think of.
Indeed. So it's also very good against push lineups. So
Banning the
Why-
Weaver might have been a good decision, but Drow Ranger, they've gone all in with this aura strat now,
Indeed.
and a lot of range on this. I mean, if they go a tri lane with Drow Ranger, Vengeful Spirit, and Venomancer, and they have statted Precision Aura, and they've gone for Vengeful's Aura as well, and they've statted up the dot on Venomancer, he's going to do a hell of a lot of damage early
He's
on.
gonna demolish
Brood Mother, counter push, and push of her own. Yeah, well, wards can kind of help, and Vengeful Spirit's Web of Terror also reasonably okay-ish.
Indeed.
They haven't got that many big AoEs to deal with them, so it could be a
That
good
said,
pickup.
going to be offlaning against the
Prepare for
Windrunner,
battle.
I'd imagine. So those power shots coming out are really going to thin out that wave.
Yeah, it really depends what they do with it. Let's see this team. They're all going to 5-man up straight away, right from the beginning, and they're going to boss their way right down and have a look in the jungle.
2 5-mans going in opposite directions though, so we
Yeah,
probably
they're
won't
both
see
going to
anything
wander
now.
around each other's jungles, get some wards down, and do very little else.
Indeed.
It'll be interesting to see how it lanes. Obviously, Broodmother's already started her web, because why would you start anything else? It's going to be a smoke up, having a little gander.
You see, it always kind of feels like a bit of a waste on this. Ooh. They are pushing up into the. They were all sat on the tower there for a moment, and I was expecting cunningness from them.
Cunning. Smoke not just for the
30 seconds to battle.
invisibility, it's also for the big speed boost that you get.
Indeed.
Brood Mother looking to wander into the jungle again.
Seeing
It's a tri-lane Brood Mother. That would be very funny, but I don't think it is.
no, I wouldn't mind so.
They were just dropping off the ward.
We're seeing Beastmaster pick up Inner Beast first. Not normally what we'd normally see. I mean, you'd either see him start his beasties up to go and check out the wards, or the wild axes so we can
The battle
harass them
begins
last hit.
for good and all.
Yeah, starting the aura right from the beginning, probably not that great idea.
Indeed. Windrunner's going to be up against the tri-lane here, as is the Broodmother, so...
The thing with the aura of Beastmaster, it's not global, so it's pretty fucking useless.
Yeah, and another big issue is it does affect the creep. So his mid is going to be pushing pretty damn hard, and that's not really what you want against the OD.
No, but sometimes I feel OD takes a little bit of time to get going.
He does.
So it might be good to push for as hard as
He's not immediate at the very least.
possible. Here comes the tri-lane looking for Broodmother. Where is she? No one knows, but they've got a sentry ward, so they'll be able to find her when they want to. Oh, she's right down in front. They've got a stun up on her already.
There's the
Damage.
BG.
And she's right. And another one. They're going to have to force Broodmother off lane here.
Indeed. The stun's going to be back nearly, but choosing not to throw it out.
Well, the problem is, it takes a hell of a lot of mana out of you. But the major problem they've got here is you do not want to Broodmother on a tri-lane. It's terrible for her. She needs to be one-on-one.
Oh, we're seeing Windrunner getting stunned up top.
Okay.
She's dead. That's the first one. Oh,
Wind
good
run.
wind run.
She's going to go
Popping
through
assault
mid.
too.
She needs to.
Shadow Demon doesn't have anything
Just out of
to say.
range. Just out of range.
Not getting up, not being able to do quite as much damage there as they hoped. I think one thing which really saved that Windrunner there is that she didn't start the shackle shot first. She waited, and when they went on her, she started Windrun. So the second the Alchemist stun ended, she was just able to get straight the hell out of there.
Yeah, it would have. It's kind of essential as the first pick if you're up against tri-lane.
Indeed.
But as we're back with Broodmother here, and she's been forced back to her own tower, this is not what she wants to do. She wants to be pushing hard. With a tri-lane, she's so easy to zone out. Because Invis is nothing. Because,
Drog's just orb walking her.
yep, having a great time. Well, she brought lots of regen, but she's gotten through half of it already.
Drog's going to be taking tower hits here.
Oh, dude, doing reasonably well in mid. Continuing to steal intelligence from Beastmaster.
He's really not going to enjoy that. I mean, it's going to make spamming out those wild axes even harder. Seeing what looks like a rotation from Shadow Demon, they may just. Oh, he's out here to counter ward.
Yep, trying to keep an eye on those wards. OD's got a regen. Back up to full mana, as if he ever needed that help. Yeah, he takes a little while to get going with that. I wonder if we're going to
Broodmother
see...
stunned up down bot again.
Oh dear.
But says even though they can see her in these webs, she still has the bonus move speed in them. So
Yeah, it's useful, but the major problem isn't her dying per se. It's the fact that she isn't able to like zone out a single target.
indeed, she's
And
not
push
actually
the
managed
tower.
to pick up a last hit yet, or a deny.
No. It's actually going to work out pretty well for Drow Ranger.
Indeed.
Pairing. But we'll see what happens further on. Windrunner just wisely staying back now, and those are Shadow Demons standing there waiting for her, just to get that disruption.
That said, the Drow Ranger has been missing an awful lot of last hits in favour of harassing this Broodmother. So
Yeah, I suppose, but it
She's
should be up to Venomancer should be the one really doing it.
considering there's been no
Guys.
denies out from Broodmother, seeing Drow on 13 last hits is kind of depressing at nearly 4 minutes in.
Yeah, she's being outfarmed by the OD and the Alchemist, and she's the only carrier on this team, or only proper carry anyway, so... Like I said, she needs to snowball early on. She needs presence in the team fight as well, so she can stay at the back. I don't see a huge amount of that in this team, other than Beastmaster, who can build pretty tanky if he wants to. They haven't got a lot. Of course, Venomancer's got a great team fight ability, but he's going to probably die every time he casts that, so...
That said, if the this is a very common thing in Aura Strikes actually. If the Drow Ranger is engaged upon at point blank range, Venge can always swap her out and give her that boost back and swap her straight back to the back of the fight. So
yeah. And they have, I mean, with the initiation they've got, most of the initiation in this team is going to rely upon probably over the Shadow Demon side.
oh, we're seeing an engagement here on Windrunner. OD's rotated down. She's dead.
And she's very, very dead.
First blood.
First blood. Just caught it this time. But yeah, for the initiation on Supremacy International,
Time.
I think it's probably going to be the OD Shadow Demon or an Alchemist with a Shadow Blade leading the way.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
When you've got it on, you look at the other team, you're looking at DreamTeamDota. The initiation is probably going to come out from the Beastmaster's Raw.
Yeah, or maybe if Venomancer
Venge
found the
swap.
farm to get the a Blink Dagger up and was able to blink ulti in.
Yeah, there's also the Venge swap, but that is kind of just going, this is a trade.
Yeah, we're gonna
And
lose Venge and pick someone off of yours.
And the problem with losing Vengeful Spirit at the moment is they want her for her
The aura.
Vengeful Aura. She's actually doing quite a good job of staying out of range now, so she's not giving it to the creeps to stop this push.
Indeed.
She's back on lane, that being said. Beastmaster is struggling in mid, so he's just going to do the easy camp as well, give himself some last hits to get a little bit of gold going his way.
Indeed.
Oh, Windrunner's got picked off for free again. Missed that one.
Well, you see, this is just the absolute godly combination of a Disruption, a Light Strike Array, and then the Unstable Concoction throwing in. I mean, it's not so much the nukes outright, although they do begin to add up. The big problem is that they could just sit there and right-click for a good 4 or 5 seconds. Well, okay, maybe not 4 or 5 seconds, but you get what I mean.
Well, Alchemist, I imagine, is going full Greedle's Breeder mode. No, he's got 2 stats on Unstable Concoction, so it's 2.5 seconds stun at maximum at the moment. Drow Ranger picking up her power treads. And we're having a smoke up here between Shadow Demon and Lena. Probably going to look to find, well, just about anybody would do.
I think they're probably theorising that the Beastmaster is off in a camp at the moment, and they're probably going to look to take him out, but no, apparently she's waiting for him in mid.
Shadow
Not
Demon's
bad,
be
love
careful not
this.
to reveal him though. He's looking for
Shadow Demon has an Invis rune as well.
found him and he's low on HP.
Oh, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a dead.
Soul Cancer.
Dead.
He needs to get out of there. He hasn't got the axes up. He can't really defend himself. Venomancer and Vengeful
Here's the
Spirit
bench.
coming in. But here's the OD. Aslan Prisons throws his ulti out. Very, very dead Venomancer here. Little old Beastmaster wanted to help, but he still didn't have the axes up. Venge is on the run. Pops her a salve to stay alive.
Drow's
Oh,
here
Drow
too.
Ranger in a kind of out of position right now. While this is happening, of course, Broodmaster pushing as hard as she can. Another Aslan Imprisonment coming
Shadow
up.
Demon
Middle tower
drops.
is under attack.
Yep, he goes down.
That's not
The
gonna
Drow
hold.
Ranger, which is a nice kill for her.
Indeed.
But at the minute, actually look at Brood. She's stopping the creep wave as well, just so the
Radiant's
catapult can
bottom
push the
tower
tower.
has
Oh,
seen
there's the
enemies.
courier there!
Oh,
There's
that
the
was,
dire courier!
that was lucky. Drow Ranger too close to Broodmother at the minute. She needs to be further away. Firing as many arrows, but the Broodlings are gonna nom on Drow Ranger. She needs to get out of there before she dies. Actually, I think she might die. Oh, she's in trouble. She's in very deep trouble.
The creep's
Those-
going to aggro onto her now.
Oh, run,
Why
Drow!
did she go through the web? It allowed them to speed up.
Yeah, she should have went this way, but alas, what are you gonna do? She's dead. Broodmother will be very happy with that.
Indeed. Not getting XP, but at least picking up a nice little bit of gold.
It's always amusing to kill someone with a little tiny spider as well. Beastmaster pushing pretty hard in mid, has no mana at all. Of course he doesn't, he's up against OD!
Uh-huh.
OD
Dire's
has
middle tower is all
purchased
alone in
something,
the world.
must be on the way on
Being
the
attacked.
courier. I assume it's going to be a buckler.
I was surprised Drow didn't try and pick off the courier there.
Actually, it's a full-up mech.
Indeed. Mech in one.
Actually, oh, Windrunner here. Gonna ask from prison, gonna go pick up that DD
There's the
right next to her
Beastmaster
now.
team. Probably going to see the Beastmaster ult pop out.
Maybe, he needs to because Windrunner's down. Back up the screen, he can't do enough damage, he's gonna have to back, especially with Lena rotating like she does.
If they can get an imprisonment off though, they can get him up.
He's a little bit too
DD.
quick. A little bit too quick.
Indeed. Good aggressive
Very
wall
happy
by
over.
Lena there.
Very good from the aggressive ward.
So, early game starting
Dire's top
to
tower is doing its best, but it doesn't look good.
edging towards international, Supremacy international at the minute. The aura strat, I'm not sure it's going to work out. Not at this point.
His OD's been shackled to a tree though. Defensive disruption up.
Dire's bottom tower
He's
is
gonna
under
be
attack.
just
Run,
standing.
little bottom tower. The Radiant should really do something about that middle tower.
Chasing the Shadow Demon though, they don't have anything to stop him from getting away.
Rotation.
Rotation from Lena as well. They might turn this around in a second if they feel like it.
Venomancer's
The
heading up to.
OD, oh, actually saving him. Massive. Stun comes out, great timing. Shackle shot doesn't.
Good check.
Oh, it's not going to be enough. Down goes. Poor Beastmaster getting nuked by the OD. Fight
Venomancer's
continues.
probably going to drop it too.
Yeah, he looks like he's in trouble. He's going to be imprisoned up. Stun going to come out. Nope, no stun.
Didn't actually have it on
Dragon
cooldown then.
And down he goes to right clicks. They might lose Shadow
Good
Demon.
stun
They
up
do.
from Ben.
Nice snipe for the Vengeful Spirit. She's going to back out now as well. Along
Picked
with the
up the
Windrunner.
swap. Could have looked to maybe swap the OD onto the tower there.
Yep.
She could have swapped him into the range of the shackle and may have been a pick off on him.
It's been her dying though and leaving it all solely.
Well, she
that
was on
Windrunner.
full health and she would only have been dropped in front of a Lena without Laguna Blade, so it's possible she could have survived it.
I think also Drow Ranger going down to Broodmother on the bottom. I wasn't paying attention to that
Yeah.
part.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Yep,
under
Broodmother
attack.
brought down Drow
I
Ranger
feel
again.
sad for them.
That's why you don't want to let anyone solo against Broodmother. She can really mangle them when she gets that ulti up. And this
Still look
tower-
at taking this tower too now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
It's
attack.
surprisingly well for Broodmother. Oh, they seem to be smoking up here in mid. They're going to look for something to kill. They only have vision on top of
Radiant's
the
bottom tower. Radiant's bottom tower was always the weakest
It
tower.
looks like that's where they're going.
Indeed. Apparently just willing to let Broodmother keep pushing.
There's the Alchemist. They want the Alchemist, and I don't see them being able to stop him, to stop this gank. Alchemist
There's
is
going to be
in
the
trouble.
Beastmaster Roar's going to come out.
Everything comes out. Wow, he just died. As you can expect.
Radiant's
Instantaneously.
bottom tower has seen better
Already
days.
set 5-man TP in from Shadow Demon. He's going to throw some out. He's poisoned out. so you can
Broodmother's
get him
pushing
in.
out this level 2 down bot. Just
Yeah,
tier 2.
Broodmother gives no shit. Let her push. She will
Radiant's
push
bottom tower
really
has
hard.
seen better days.
TP coming back in now from
Radiant structures are
Windrunner.
fortified. Don't waste time hitting them.
We're going to look to power shot them
Radiant's
down.
bottom tower is under
They don't
attack.
have the AoE.
I feel sad
They
for
don't
them.
have the AoE. This is a really big problem for them right now.
There's a courier again.
The structures are fortified.
Lena actually,
just like me.
Windrunner actually spotted it this time. Getting cut off by these spiderlings.
Trying to push the top tower at the minute as well. TP's now coming in from Lena to back it up though.
Tier 2 is going to drop to the
And
Broodmother.
here's the outward devourer as well. They do lose a disruption up from Beastmaster. Looks like Venger's going to go down. Soul Cup shot on her. She is down. Really trying hard to bring this OD down. They do bring the OD down. Chasing Lena into the trees now. She might go down. Stuns herself. And the Beastmaster. They've killed him off. Beastmaster on the run. But it doesn't matter because they're going to bring down the Shadow Demon first.
That was a really good team fight from DTD. That said though, they did lose their tier 2 down bot while this was happening.
She's going for Raxus Broodmother. Windrunner does not have enough AoE. This is a problem. Her arrows are good, but all these spiderlings are just going, oh, I don't give a shit. I'm just going to regenerate all my health,
top tower
and then
is
I'm going to
under
push
attack.
again. And this catapult. This catapult has gone through 2 towers. It's still alive. It's going through the tier 3.
No, don't kill it, melee creeps.
Oh,
no.
the tower got it. Oh,
It's going to farm up this creep wave now.
Windrunner needs something to deal with this. They're pushing up top, and in the meantime getting mashed up.
But it doesn't.
Beastmaster. Everyone going down on top of the minute, even for our Ranger.
Yeah.
So they went a bit too hard. They were actually fighting past the tower.
Draw Ranger sat on 2,000 gold though. Be interested to see what she's going to try and pick up now.
Maybe she's trying to build a Shadow Blade flat up, but I would expect something more like a Manta style if they're going for this pushy kind of lineup.
Indeed.
And she's all invisible, but she's covered in acid anyway. Poison even. What's she gonna do? Try to solo someone? I don't know if she's got the power right now, but she's thinking about it. OD happily farming up. She's got a wizard staff, so probably looking at 4 staff. Oh yeah, there it is.
Broodmother's still in an epic push, which is yet to end down bottom.
This is the thing about Broodmother, she just has to... She split pushes solo all the time. Drow Ranger might do a little bit of damage, but she hasn't got the AoE. They have no AoE, it's really weak. Well, they have the Axis.
And they have the Venomous Gale, so...
Do you want to be using Venomous Gale against
Well,
spiders?
If it's that or lose a tower, right?
Oh, it looks like we're going to have Venomancer go down. Does throw out his ulti though. Actually, he's not going to go down. He's going to survive because of the uphill. That's really good for him. Disruption on the Drow Ranger. She's chasing. And Shadow Demon has just got killed by Vengeful Spirit. Though she does have Soul Capture on her. She needs to get out of there.
Probably going to look at taking this tier 1 now. OD's been forced back to base on less than 100 health, so just lean up defending.
Well, she's got the Dragon Slayer
middle
nice
tower
job for
is under
damage.
attack.
The attack speed of Drow Ranger at the minute, thanks to this Beastmaster, is really high. So yeah, she's taking pushed quite effectively.
Indeed.
If they can win this early, which she's looking to do, all of that damage. She's built up a Yasha. Oh, she needs to get away from OD though. She's not doing enough damage. It's going to kill her.
There's the roar.
Oh, kill by a creep.
Catapult killed him, I believe.
What a shot. Oh, disruption on himself. Avoids the axes. He's going to get beaten the crap out of though. Oh, what a juke! What a juke! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They know where he is now though. Venge's going to look for a swap perhaps? No, because she doesn't want to switch.
There he could have grabbed.
Uh-oh.
This is a dead Shadow Demon.
He's going to try to hide in the trees. Eats up a tango. And he's dead.
The trees against Beastmaster.
I love the juke. It was really nice.
So fantastic to use the illusion in that way.
This entire time they've got Alchemist farming up. Yeah, he's looking for a Shadow Blade, so he'll be ready to start punching things pretty soon. Broodmother still trying to push this tower. She's determined. It's quite amusing though, because you see, how long has she been here now?
Oh, they've dusted
her.
Oh
no! Yeah, she's dead. How long did she spend down here? A long time. Look at the damage on the tower. It's very, very small.
Yeah, she's just been farming the creep waves.
That being said, Alchemist has a Midas as well, so he's definitely looking to take this really late.
And, I mean, you were talking about the Shadow Blade. We actually saw the Shadow Blade pick. The Shadow Blade was on the courier on its way.
Being switched out by Vengeful Spirit, then throws a stun. Does get ultied though. Does go down to Dragon Slave in the end. Oh, Laguna Blade coming out, almost wasting Windrunner, but she does get away in the end. So yeah, that's the Alchemist initiation they've got going on now with that Shadow Blade.
I think more of the OD initiation, in fact, with that first Astral Imprisonment, just the follow-up from the Alki.
Follow-up stun. Oh, regen, that's jolly nice. The thing is, the early push from the Broodmother has really helped them.
Indeed, and the kills aren't really swayed in such a favour, and I mean, Alchemist has done a pretty good job of farming up, as has the Broodmother and the OD, so that's kind of where you've got to look at it and say, wow, they're much, much higher on the GPM. I mean, Drow's not far behind the OD, but she really did need to snowball, and it's just not happening, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the longer it takes, the more Alchemist is going to get farmed. Because he has been pretty happily free farming for most of the game, apart from that one time.
The occasional gank, yeah.
Well, he's got a Midas, so that's going to start to tell eventually. And it won't take long before the gold graph is really going to spiral towards Supremacy International. With a Midas on an Alchemist, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. It's actually kind of unusual to see him go for the Shadow Blade and the Midas. You'd normally see something a bit more orientated towards heavy farming, like a Maelstrom with the Midas up.
Maelstrom or a Battle Fury would have been more sensible. Or, well, not necessarily sensible, but more expected.
Indeed.
Just kind of happily standing in mid at the minute.
Only a typical standoff situation.
Yeah, well, Brood's getting busy pushing. They've been fighting most of the team fights with 3 people. The OD and the 2 supports.
Indeed.
With the mostly against 4, so they've been doing reasonably well. But obviously, the more space they get to Alchemist, the stronger he's going to get, the more he's going to pay off later.
It's actually worth noting this Broodmother is very nearly finished off an Orchid now.
She's actually trying to gank out poor little Drow Ranger, but doesn't have enough damage in the end.
Indeed. Don't really see her being able to. I think Drow's actually just been farming off the creep waves which push repeatedly in with the spiderlings.
Yeah, stacks up. The Shadow Demon. Gonna wipe his wave out.
This is actually kind of bad what this Broodmother's doing, because it's basically just giving Drow a free place to farm.
Yeah,
like, completely outside of being able to gank.
Is Drow going to outcarry an Midas Alchemist? Answer is no. No, she's not.
Even going to struggle to...
Switch
on
fake.
Switch on
OD. Lovely little bait there. Baiting out the ultimate.
bet you we're going to see a roar on this next OD illusion now.
No, he's going to back all the supports. Oh dear, Laguna Blade comes out, and everything's being thrown at Beastmaster. He does get a scream.
OD illusion.
He was wanting to throw it before he went down, and it looks like they're going to pick off. Poor little Vengeful as well. That soul cap shot, big stun. Dragon Slayer finishes off. Huge ultimate hitting Venomancer. He's almost down.
Good.
Windrunner coming in to save the day though. Soul capture is up on her now as well though.
We're going to look to power shot.
Thinking about it, TP coming in from the Beastmaster after a buyback. Broodmother managed to pick off Venomancer as he retreated. We missed that, but he's down too. Oh, Beastmaster, what are you doing? What are you doing?
He actually just picked her off with the...
Looks like Shadow Demon's going to go down to Drow Ranger here. OD is having a good little rumble with the creeps. There's another
There's the
stalemate.
courier flying around again. It's got Alchemist's Maelstrom on it though, so...
Wouldn't be nice if that went down, would it?
No.
OD's doing pretty good for himself. I mean, he's working reasonably hard. Got 2,000 gold almost, so he'll be looking to build his next nice, tough intelligence item.
Indeed. Probably going to look to go into a scythe next. I mean, if you can shut out Drow, she's the only real source of damage on the team. So, by locking her out... Oh, Windrunner drops.
How the hell did that happen?
Broodmother decided to try and solo gank, and
There you go.
I
They're trying
managed
to
it.
murder the little spiders now. Being picked off by right clicks.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, pushing the mid is the OD.
It's going to
Be
drop.
worth picking, looking at the graph at the minute.
Radiant's middle
Experience
tower is under attack.
diving towards
That's not
intelligence.
gonna hold.
And I have a feeling
Radiant.
gold
Radiant's
drop.
middle tower has fallen, as all towers someday must.
No, not Radiant. Looking about going towards the Dire.
Yeah, you said the gold graph was... Oh, never mind.
International, I said.
Oh, I thought you said intelligence for some reason.
Gold. And the gold difference, huge.
12,000. I mean...
Now, I'm not one to speak doom and gloom, but when your chart is that much in favour of the other team,
I think that's kind of swayed by the fact that the supports of DTD haven't got that much farm.
oh, stun comes in from the Alchemist. He's going to try to man up. He gets stunned himself though. He's actually going to go down, and he does go down. In the
War
end.
out the Shadow Demon.
Oh, Laguna Blade comes out and picks off the Beastmaster. Shadow Demon also going down. Oh god, everyone's going down. OD manages to pick off Venomancer.
Don't know
And
what Bench
kills
was
a-
thinking about that swap there, swapping into the middle of their team.
Yeah, OG just finished them off, and it's pretty much almost a time wipe. When you've got the Windrunner busy
Farming up
defending.
top.
Yeah,
Oh, defending, is that what they call it?
it's defending. She's defending the tower. I also like the fact that there's a Clarity set here. And OD's like, oh, cheers.
I'll take that.
I never do. The Scepter being picked up on Lena, which is really good. Gives her lots more speed, which is good. Also, a setup
allows-
for a stun.
Indeed, it allows her to fantastically land her stun without much issue. And with the Shadow Demon, actually, there's no mech up on the team yet. They've got the... Oh, I suppose OD's carrying the mech.
It's on the OD, yeah.
Aren't I?
Yeah, they
Shadow
pushed
Demon gone.
really hard,
Oh,
and they
fuck.
did actually bring down the tower in that fight, but they lost a hell of a lot of people. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. They need to win this game in the next 15 minutes, or the longer the goal stays this way,
Yeah.
the
I'm
longer it's going to be for them to die.
not certain though, because the Drow is in kind of a favourable position at the minute. She's got a reasonable amount of farm, and she's not doing that poorly. I mean, once all the auras are up on her, she can deal horrific amounts of damage.
It's true, but in the experience of Dota, if you are behind by 12,000 gold in 20 minutes,
You're not going to call back.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a likely comeback. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just not very likely.
Did I just see a Dagon pick up? Yes, Dagon on the OD.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that, but I suppose it does give intelligence. Gives him a little burst nuke as well.
Because he needs more nuke.
Who doesn't need more nuke?
I love how his Arcane Orb is practically just a nuke.
Venomancer are picking up power treads, so probably building towards semi-carry. Although he is not getting enough farm for that, so it's a bit of an odd pickup. My point just wants a little bit extra health. Alchemist is just farming away happily.
Broodmother still sat down on this bot lane.
We're seeing engagements in here. Lena's up in the air thanks to their own Yule Scepter. They bring her down really quickly. Going to bring down the OD now as well. All of the nukes come out.
That's
Great
a big
disruption,
loss of that OD.
but it's not going to be enough. He's going to go down.
No.
He distracts himself. Alchemist puts a big stun out. It's a huge distraction. OD is still alive. Throws out the ultimate. Brings down Vengeful Spirit. Beastmaster does bring Overlord Devourer down. Alchemist actually going down to Drow Ranger. And they're going to pick off the Shadow Demon as well.
Beastmaster should die too.
Yeah, that.
Shadow Demon ult just picking him off. Fantastic team fight there.
But they have to TP back. They can't press on this because of Broodmother pushing this tower.
Yeah.
Oh, and she can't do it.
Tower's actually going to fall, yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied.
The lack of AoE.
Ugly affair.
Just can't do nothing.
Indeed.
So what turned out to be a really good team fight with them turned to them losing their tier 3.
Yeah, this is always an issue when you have a big split pusher like this, like Broodmother or the Nature's Prophet, and if they avoid death in the fight, and if they sneak around back behind you, if you're half a map away, you can't push. You need to get back, or they will wreck your ranks.
Oh, that's not good for the Radiant.
This tower's also going hefty amount of damage from this creep wave.
Indeed.
Drum's being picked up by the Beastmaster. A bit more aura, because why not?
Already got enough there, haven't they?
Drow Ranger's got a BKB, and she's happily sitting on a Crystallis as well. So she's doing a lot. BKB, of course, is going to protect her from OD. And all those stuns, disables.
Yeah, there is an awful lot of disables on international, so
BKB pick up pretty sensible. His Broodmother just sat here, waiting for her time to split push again.
but yeah, Drow actually looking pretty tasty at the moment, doing an awful lot of damage.
OD has found himself a Venomancer, but doesn't ultimately want to bring him down.
Broodmaster saw the Drow farming nearby.
Broodmother.
Yeah. What did I say?
Brewmaster.
Okay, yeah, it's probably Broodmother.
Oh, invisible OD here. Oh, he comes. Shackles up Lena. She gets power shot as well. Venom's Gale actually misses. Oh, everything's
OD
coming out. OD kills. Gets killed, sorry. Drow Ranger does get beaten off by the Shadow Demon. Alchemist is going to work here. Stuns. Gets stunned up though by the Vengeful Spirit. Needs to back out. They need to back out. He's got his own stun up. Can Venge get out of this? Nope. She's going to get stunned up. She's going to get covered in dust. And she's going to be smashed to pieces by the Alchemist.
I don't know why Windrunner decided to try and re-engage that.
She wanted a shackle shot, but she couldn't get it. Oh, she's been disrupted as well. Stun from the Alchemist. Shadow Blade's
Good
up.
dodge actually there.
Oh, he's going to explode on himself.
Poor Alchemist. That's what you get for
Team
killing
White. Okay, she's going to mash this, and he's going to
The
go
Radiant
for
should
Rax.
really do something
Indeed.
about that middle tower.
That said, there will be a few heroes. No, actually no, they're not going to be back in time, are they?
BKB's up as well. Just needs the recipe and
Excuse
the
me.
hammer to be brought to
Are
him.
you aware that the Radiant
Indeed.
barracks were being attacked? Radiant structures are fortified.
He's going to throw a Gale. Gets disrupted for his trouble. He might get soul captured. He does get soul captured. He does get stunned. He's going to be brought down. Almost
Good
instantly.
swap.
Great swap by Venge. Great swap. But it doesn't going to protect their
Radiant's
ranks. They're
bottom
still
barracks
going down.
have left the building. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Shadow Demon TPing out.
They can just leave the Spiderlings to finish off at this point. Oh no, they're going to do a runner.
I don't think they're that worried about taking the range racks at this point. Probably gonna look to 5-man now to see if they can find anyone to pick off.
Definitely need it. I imagine the gold sway has gone even worse. 15,000 gold now.
Oh dear. Had a brief rise.
A very brief rise, but they got the OD. And then Drow Ranger died. Everything went horribly wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much is hinged on this Drow Ranger that she gets she's getting focused, and then she's just going to get killed.
And when you have such powerful nukes like Laguna Blade being thrown around, if she's outside of BKB, she's not going to live very long at all.
Oh, they found Broodmother though. They're going to pick her off pretty quickly.
Very easy kill though. Windrunner's probably going to start dying quite badly to these Spiderlings.
No, they're just free farm at the minute. Did she even use her BKB? No, in that fight, Drow Ranger didn't use BKB and it really cost her.
Yeah, I think that's probably why she died. I mean, you saw the Laguna Blade, which like, came out and actually killed her off.
Oh, that's a fake OD.
They were about to engage there, weren't they?
They're thinking about it.
But I mean, do you see the amount of damage this Drow Ranger can put up when she starts getting all the auras on her?
Yeah,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, she's right clicking 300 right now, plus in the aura damage as well. Oh,
Radiant's top tower.
She goes up to
Radiant.
400 just by standing near Venge.
yeah. Now they've got two very scary pushes in Alchemist and Brumo. Brumo's time is running out now. Her pushing is becoming less effective.
That
Alchemist is
said,
getting
she
better and
has
better.
made an effect out of it.
She's done her job now. There's very little else she can do apart from try to backdoor when they're all engaged and trying to push.
That said, she's quite a threat in a team fight. If she can get a couple of auto attacks off on the Drow Ranger, suddenly when that mischance starts to come into effect, Drow Ranger's not going to be having a fun time.
Her major problem is she's so squishy outside power maps.
That said, when she's got insatiable hunger up, that's an awful lot of lifesteal.
That is true. But her major effectiveness kind of... She peters out for 30 minutes in. She's practically... She's just there for utility and useful split pushing now. She can't split push that effectively.
That's why she picks things up like a Vladimir's and a Northern Malevolence, because not only do they help her early game, because she can actually pick them up easily, they're going to be a boost to the team, to people like Alchemist even later on.
They're wandering around. They want something to kill. Ancients being smashed up to pieces there by
Alchemist just going to town.
Yeah, this is one very angry and very fed Alchemist, and very soon.
They're going to take
actually,
Roche
not
now.
very soon. Already, he has his BKB, which is going to it's going to be very difficult to deal with.
He also has a Basher up.
Here comes the smoke though, and they've found Shadow Demons that they get. Oh, you're going to go. Leaders will get picked off by Drow Ranger. You also self up to protect yourself. Still going to be picked off. No, Drow trying to run away. Alchemist is going to go down. Broodmother looking to pick people off, and she is doing a good job of it. Everyone has gone down, apart from buyback from Drow Ranger. It looks like the Windrunner is going to go down. Turns into little tiny spiders. Spiders everywhere. Shadow Demon also picking up Vengeful Spirit in the meantime. Buyback Venomancer. Expensive engagement.
Drow Ranger looking really out of
came back
position
to
now.
help, but she's on her own. Her supports aren't in position to help her. She's gonna get completely wasted.
Buyback death. That was not what Drow Ranger needed right now.
Nope.
And they're still going to lose the Roche.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Look out, bottom
Oh,
barracks.
look at this! Creep wave taking out bottom barracks, switching off
Radiant's
Venomancer
bottom
can't get it
barracks
quick
have fallen.
enough.
Sayonara.
Aegis has been picked up by Outward Valor actually.
Alchemist doesn't actually have a slot.
He spends his time dying, so it would have been a good idea if he picked that.
I think he spends most of the time farming, actually, to be perfectly honest.
And he's not farming, he's dying. Yeah, it's going to be really tough for DreamTeamDota from now on.
Well, when this OD can push in perfectly happily on the Aegis the Immortal, I mean, he can afford to be a lot more reckless than to dive where he just couldn't dive before.
Not just that, that's if they can kill him in the first place. He's got
Radiant's
mechanism
middle
and
tower
he's
is
got
under attack.
Tranquil Boots up as well. They're gonna
And a
push-
Dagon.
And a Dagon!
Dagon!
Disruption on Shadow Demon. Just have a
Interesting to see the Dagon pick up
little
there.
bit of bait in. And block in. Scream comes out. Or Roar even. Not Scream, he's not a girl. OD's trying to run away. They're going to pick off the Shadow Demon though at least.
Shadow Demon probably didn't need to go in there. He could have just afforded to just walk up along top of the cliff and hop off from it.
He's a little bit out of position and got punished for it.
Indeed.
On the plus side, he did manage to get down this ward. Alchemist is off again. What's he going to do? I reckon he's probably going to farm.
Broodmother's pushing top. They're going to need to come back and counter this. I think Drow Sim what's going on.
Venge wants something, but she doesn't get it. She's got to walk in the acid to face them, but she's going to do it. But the problem, it's not enough.
Mantis style pick up on Brood now too.
Oh no, more spiders.
The Radiant should really
Oh
do
dear,
something
Drow.
about that.
Oh no, Drow. Oh no, Drow.
This is problems for this Drow Ranger.
BKB's not going to be enough, Drow. Actually, she's going to get away, luckily.
Stunning! Windrunner actually just manages to stun 2 of the spiderlings together there.
Still counts.
Vengeance
Vengeance
is
looking to
coming
go
in.
after them. Probably going to throw out a wave of terror. Does
You
so.
see, this is
Does
what
a
I mean
couple.
about never really discounting Broodmother, because I mean, let's be honest here, Drow does a horrific amount of damage, and when that mischance starts coming in from Insatiable Hunger, 60% miss is colossal. It's like having 2 butterflies on the Broodmother.
It's not just that either, it's... Oh, dewarding. It's not just that, it's... Drow Ranger's effectiveness is very much limited when she's at point blank range.
Indeed,
And
slow keeps her there.
the slow keeps her there, she can't back out, and she's being mauled by lots of spiders. Lots of spiders. And she's not the tankiest hero.
we're seeing
They're
a
gonna pick up Shadow
swap
Demon again. Off he goes. So
Poor
that
old
was-
Shadow Demon.
yeah, he's getting it in the neck today. But OD and Lena wisely not going in to save him. Just going to leave him there to die.
Alchemist,
Pushing again.
Alchemist still just
Still got
farming.
the Brood. Damage coming out of the Brood. She's going to go down here. The Invis isn't going to be enough. They've got a ward down.
Yeah.
Down she goes. So yeah, if they get more than one person on her, she's buggered. But solo, she's pretty strong against the Drow Ranger at this point.
It's the disables which really help out in that situation, I believe. Alchemist literally just spending the entire game farming.
Yeah, he's getting more and more indestructible as time goes on. He's got 4 grand. He's already got a basher. I assume he's going for an Abyssal Blade.
Well, I'm not being funny here, but with the Shadow Blade pickup, I really hope to see Alchemist do what Alchemist does best, mash people up in the early game, but he's obviously far too happy here to play Farm Simulator 2013.
He's been given the space, and if you've got Midas, you're gonna farm.
Yeah, that's true, I suppose, but interesting to see the Shadow Blade pickup then, because it's been used once or twice, but
I think he's died in most of the engagements, so
yeah.
His choice of when he's gone in hasn't been
Perfect.
the best for him.
He just wants to make it so that if he goes in, he can't die, I believe.
Yeah, but he goes in under the Invis. I mean, mostly you use Shadow Blade so you can secure that you will actually your sun up because they obviously can't see you
Indeed.
getting it ready. Alchemist might be the bait.
Might see Beastmaster picked off here.
Yep.
Imprisonment.
Oh,
missed
no!
them from
Miscommunication there. And he's gonna get away.
That lack of disable would have
Oh,
killed him.
look
Good
at that
force
staff out of the way of Drow Rangers. Oh, shackle shot on Alchemist while Invis. He gets imprisoned, but now they've got the stun up on the OD. He's down. Aegis has been popped. Look at Alchemist! Look at Alchemist go!
Mashing the Drow.
But he's died as well!
Drow's
He dies
getting
as well.
away. Oh, the Shadow
They
Demon
need
ult picks her up.
So difficult to kill off this OD. Lena's gone up. She's gone up again. Shadow Demon's been picked off. Beastmaster's been picked off, but OD is dead as well. It looks like it's a match-up between Lena and Windrunner. There's only one winner out of that fight. But everyone but Brood and Windrunner are down.
There's one huge problem here. Windrunner cannot defend against the Broodmother, and Broodmother is pushing like the goddess she is. This could be another Rax if buybacks are still down. And let's just do a quick check. They're still down.
Yeah. I mean, Alchemist did die in that fight, but he did so much damage to Drow Ranger. So much damage. Alchemist and Mana Style as well. Oh, do they have a fort? They have a fort, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think.
Gonna
She's man up.
Windy.
Oh, she's
Good-
going to pop
good
that
stuff,
Scepter.
good
It's
stuff.
not going to be enough, though. Oh, Windrunner gets her away. She's trying her best to make sure this...
Radiant's middle
stuns
tower
up.
is under attack.
Done to her own spider.
not
Broodmother
How
just needs to
embarrassing.
be attacking the tower. I mean,
There goes
Radiant's
the
top tower
tower.
has fallen. Not so radiant anymore, it turns out.
Dagon being picked up on Shadow Demon as well. More nuke, because who knew?
everyone loves the Dagons. Surprised
Radiant should
Shadow
really
Demon's
do
managed to
something
find
about
the
that
farm
middle
for a
tower.
Dagon. He's died an awful lot. That said, his ultimate has picked off a couple of them at the last second, so...
Gem picked up by Windrunner. She's fed up with this fucking Broodmother. She's had enough of this bloody Gret Spider
I think-
breaking shit.
I think you would be too at this stage, to be honest.
Yeah. This is what I don't know if we haven't mentioned it in this chat, in these streams before, but I mean, we have talked about Broodmother having to be your last pick,
Indeed.
where the lineup is right, and this really was right.
And I do think there's a sizable amount of AoE though. I mean, You do need multiple heroes back for her though, which is the only big issue.
There's a sizable amount of AoE, but it's not the most effective AoE. It's not like Lena's or Shadow Demon.
Oh, we've seen a stun up on Broodmother. There's going to be a Roar come out.
Oh, yep, she's
Been
dead.
silenced up by the Orchid, but
Procs at ulti, but it's not enough to save her.
indeed, not when that Drow's attacking you. I'm doing over 400 right-click damage at the moment when the teams around to give her those all-vital auras.
300 damage.
It's actually 400. The rest, Vengeful Spirit isn't present. She adds 100 on her own, so.
So yeah, the graph. Let's have another little peek. Still going to be 25,000 gold difference now. It's also worth noting, bottom, Broodmother's lane has all the tiers of the towers up. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. All fine and dandy.
That's because she spent so long pushing it out. I mean, she was sat on that lane until racks were down. That's how dedicated she was to making sure. And I just don't see those towers falling because they have to push against.
Drow Ranger's in trouble. Huge stun by Alchemist. He's going to mash her up. Puts down the Abyssal Blade stun as well.
Laguna Blades.
They really wanted to make sure she was dead. Without her, their team doesn't have a lot of damage.
No, I mean, none of them
fight
fighting very hard.
I hope she's being a little bit more careful, but they're going to lose a tower here quite easily.
There's not even big team fight damage ultimates, I mean, outside of Venomancers, so you can't really expect something like a Magnus to drop in and just...
There's a Cyber Vice being picked up by the
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
and this tower's going to
Not
help.
gonna hold.
It's being punched by Alchemist.
Radiant's middle tower is no more.
Seeing Venomancer's army of walls getting ready to defend.
I don't know how well they're doing against Alchemist.
They don't take magic damage, so...
I'm worried about his right click and the Mjolnir.
Yeah. Well, they don't take damage from the Mjolnir proc, so he has to sit there and right click them all 1v1.
It's a good defense, but with this racks down, the time they spend defending it, it's just costing them so much.
Here's the arcade.
Alchemist is looking for something to kill. He's gone, fuck it, I'm over the tower. Gets stand up and roared. He's actually going to go down here. Huge ulti by the outward
Great
devourer,
defensive
bringing down
disruption
Vengeful. Yeah, the Alchemist still alive, gets out, proxies BKB just to make sure.
Indeed, that's to stop him taking damage from the poison Nova.
Yeah. Power shot takes out Lena, she goes down.
Lena was actually moving back into that fight as well though. She didn't need to be
straight
rushing.
into it. There's only one redhead in this game.
And guess what's happening up top while this team fight's going on?
I wonder. Oh, a fuck ton of spiders. That is a lot of spiders.
That is an awful lot of spiders.
Look out for the shot. Oh, misses all the spiders as well. Here comes the army of spiders looking for these racks. They don't have a glyph. Nom 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 nom.
Popping the ult just to get the bonus damage on it.
Yeah.
Willing to suicide to kill this rack, and that's the right decision at this point in time.
Oh, no, she's going to get out perfectly fine. Drow Ranger looking for her. Doesn't have a jam. Doesn't know where she is.
It's another melee racks down.
Oh, she's chasing. Still chasing, but you're not going to catch a Broodmother when she's running through her webs.
No, it's kind of on her home turf.
So, there goes another Rax. It's looking very, very dire now for DreamTeamDota.
I mean, Drow Ranger starting to look... She still has an awful lot of right-click damage, but I mean, you look at her items and you just have the sudden realization that every single point of that damage is coming from auras.
A little bit from Chrysalis, and a little bit from Mana, but mostly, yeah, from the auras.
There's no huge monolithic item which you might want to see.
At this point, you might want to see her go, you know what, if I can get a farm, just get a fucking
Butterfly.
Divine Rapier and just go all-out attack and hope I can waste every last one of them before I die.
think a sensible pick of her would be the Monkey King bar. Because, I mean, then, even if you have the Broodmother attacking you, that 60% miss chance is still going to be hitting.
Yeah, it's true. Problem is getting the farm, and they pushed back this heavily.
Dude.
Oh, Broodmother's pushing mid.
Good old spiderlings.
She's gonna die horribly to war.
Oh, poor War. No, don't kill the spiders.
OD goes in, initiates on the Venomancer. On the Vengeful Spirit even, not Venomancer.
They both start with bees.
They're confusing.
Oh, we're going to see a Shadow Demon bait again. Are they going to fall for this a third/4th time?
No, because they lasted far too short a time. 3 moments gone. Ah! That was a bad
idea! They can see you while
idea!
you're invisible, Brood.
Maybe just doing a little bit of scouting for a team. Knows that she could regen the damage as soon as she got up.
Indeed.
See how many wards were left, perhaps.
Stunning Creep Star.
Okay, the Brood looking for someone. BKB on the Brood. Lots of damage coming out though, and of course the war goes through it. Does get dear. Everything's going on here.
Away.
He goes down again. Brood.
Oh, Ranger falls.
Yep. And without the damage, what can they do to defend? Oh, wards of
She's
death. That's what they can do to
back,
defend. She needs to. She's soul damage. She's chasing. She hit Lena. Oh, didn't.
See a stun come out. Oh, good stun.
And Lena
That's
is well and truly dead. Don't get so close.
Just wants to make sure she can't get away.
And there's OD healing up, running away. So they're trying to break this base. They just can't at the minute.
Windrunner's actually going to have to defend against these two massive creep waves while
Radiant's
Drow
middle
just
tower
hopes
is
to
under
get a
attack.
little bit of push out. That said, I'm pretty sure OD can kill the Drow, especially on this illusion rune.
Well, yeah, he
With the
allows
Dagon and the Scythe,
and the astral imprisonment, of course, meaning he can get very close to her.
I think he'd probably want a Scythe first before going for the.
I think he's going to troll around behind her until she's in an undesirable position, all on her las. Like right now, he's thinking about it. You know he wants to.
Come on, OD. There we go.
Now she's uphill. Oh, Mana Style. BKB. Which one is she? I wonder. Oh no. OD needs to get out of here. He's got the the mechanism is enough because only the illusion chases him.
Maybe he thinks it's the real one though. I don't know.
It's possible, but he's safe.
I think he should have been ahead of the Drow Ranger when she was running away. I think
Yeah.
he kept having to move to keep up with her, which I think was the big flaw in that gank.
Should have thrown out the Dagon earlier as well.
Indeed.
What level is it? 3, so a nice chunk of damage, 600 damage. And she hasn't got a lot of HP, Drow Ranger.
Them spiders. See, this is why Broodmother always needs to build phase boots. Not because she isn't quick enough, but purely because she has to move through those things. I mean, they all collide with you. It's like running through a... It's like there's a cliff there in your way.
Alchemist is going to go for the Aegis now. Poor little Roshan! Stun comes out on the Roshan.
We might actually see it get put onto the Broodmother.
Roshan has fallen to the
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
Impressive.
Immortal Spider!
There's just a lack of item slots all around now. Interesting to see OD still sat on his tranquil boots. Might be worth upgrading them to a boots of travel at some stage and just allowing you to really get some split push out and help the Broodmother along.
They want to keep the pressure on, but you know, they don't want to keep getting pushed back.
Yeah, true.
In for another push here.
Alchemist simply on a colossal amount of last hits at the moment.
Oh, nice chunk of damage, but he just keeps dying. He's died 8 times. This is why I like to build a Assault Cuirass. Speaking of,
Yeah, that's kind of finished up. He can't actually build anything else unless he wants to start looking at dropping his Shadow Blade.
it might be sensible at this point. It's not really doing much.
Indeed. Drop it and maybe get a Rapier or something.
Wait, Rapier is definitely an option. MKB maybe.
I kind of want to see a
Daedalus.
Hearth, actually.
Heart might be good for survivability as well.
Like you say, he has died a lot, so...
SS3 goes up.
Spiderlings going up top.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
He's
Oh
gone
no,
crazy.
no, no, no.
She doesn't give a shit. She wants something to eat. She doesn't find anything. OD's ulti comes out, brings down the Venomancer, he just disappears. Lena finishes off Windrunner with a Laguna Blade. Oh, the stun came up on Beastmaster. He's being mashed to pieces. He's dead as well. Everybody is dead.
There's
This
the
is
GG.
racked.
Radiant should
This should be
really do something
GG.
about that middle tower.
Yeah, here comes the GG. Very well played by Supremacy International, beating DreamTeamDota quite convincingly in the end. Can we have a look at the graph right at the end? Yep, 30,000 gold.
Yeah. I don't think the Aura strat ever really kicked off for them.
It's not the best strat in the world.
Also, interesting to note that 30,000 gold advantage, that can be entirely measured up on Alchemist with 28,800 net worth.
Oh, what a guy that guy is. Yeah, so that was a really, actually pretty tight match. The Aura strat didn't pay off in the end. It worked very early on, as it was expected to work early on, but the longer this game drew on, with Brood... See, I think the MVP does go to Broodmother. They did actually call it themselves.
Indeed. She really just kept on so much pressure throughout the entire game.
Her constant pressure just meant that even if they won a team fight, they couldn't push.
Indeed. And it's not like she was in there manning up on everyone, but she was always on lane. She was always taking down towers, and it gave the rest of the team so much freedom. It gave the Alchemist time to just become a monster.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Alchemist spent most of the time free farming, just jollying around. Every time he got involved in a fight, he seemed to get himself killed anyway. So it's probably best he stayed off lane.
Interesting to know. I think the game could have gone very differently had they got the Luna instead of the Drow.
It's possible, but the
or even the Luna as well as the Drow.
That would have been nice. Luna, of course, would have definitely had a better time against Broodmother with the Claves.
Yeah. Wouldn't Power Shot work pretty effectively at taking him out? But
it was alright, but it wasn't enough, and it took them too long to keep firing it.
Yeah.
So they really did need some kind of AoE that was doing a lot of work. Venomancer's Gale wasn't doing it. Vengeful Spirit's One of Terror wasn't doing it.
Indeed.
Windrunner's Power Shot did a considerable amount of damage, but it took too long for it to wind up another one.
The Whirling Axes did do incredibly well against them.
Yeah, they had some AoE, they just didn't have enough of it.
Yeah, it wasn't all concentrated in one tasty little package like a Puck or a Lina.
So yeah, Broodmother wins a game.
Amazingly. All we got to see now is Timbersaw win.
He can win. He beat us today.
I know. We're sad. We're very sad.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's worth noting that coming up very, very shortly, Friday in fact, is fucking TI3. So naturally, we'll be watching all them games and not doing any casting for you for the period of time. Not that anyone would be watching our casts over watching the international anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the only hope is that after all the internationals finished, is that people come craving for Dota and they just find any tiny vestige of it. But yeah, we're not going to be covering the international in the slightest because no one wants to hear that terrible mess.
No, not at all.
We'll stick to our pubs for now.
We can barely call them. So yeah, well, thank you very much for listening once again, and we will see you tomorrow.
Ta-ra!
Cheerio!